Good morning, everybody. Greg Tingle from the Secret Beach, from the Media Man Group, including Eastern Suburbs Media. I hope you're all well. Welcome to this beautiful place, one part of paradise on earth, as you can possibly see or hear. Got seagull friends in the background. I'll just adjust that all for you. Yeah. So yes, they spotted us as we were getting ready for our field setup, much like a magpie, I've heard, with their navigation systems. They do facial recognition. Facial recognition, isn't that an interesting one? There they are in the communication systems. Facial recognition, that's an interesting thing, isn't it? Did you know, with my background as a technology analyst and in the sales, marketing and research area, IBM actually decided not to get involved in a particular project due to facial recognition. It was considered too controversial. So facial recognition spaces, as in every 1 or 4 meters, to attempt to identify an individual with facial recognition on the screen, like television, television, and programming the mind, programming your thoughts. Are you with me, my audience? I thought so. Now let's just come down a little bit. Okay, back into the nature world with the seagulls. Oh, there's a helicopter. There you go, they're there. Okay, ex-military. So I guess this is almost like a Hunter S. Thompson video update this morning, isn't it? Anything in the name of art, right? Or film, like John Carpenter. They Live. It's more of a movie or more of a documentary? Ask John, and Roddy Piper passed away. But Keith is still alive, but I don't think he's commenting on it. How about that? So anyway, we've got our beautiful cappuccino, thanks to our friends at Bakehouse down the road. Lots of beautiful cafes in the area. So yes, important things. I hope you're enjoying your life, whatever those circumstances are. We've been reading a fair bit from Stoicism, that's the one. So, you know, Marcus Aurelius and others, you know, the Romans and so on. Also a bit of William Shakespeare from the plays, you know, Hamlet, etc. So some of this stuff and the philosophies are as relevant today in 2021 as they were thousands of years ago. I mean, some of this stuff can be traced back to Jesus and Jesus Christ. You know, some of the things like just, you know, helping everybody, try not to judge, etc., etc. You know, you can find some of this stuff in the Bible. Did you know the Bible has actually been banned in some countries? So you know it's a good book, huh? If something gets banned, it's like, whoa, this must be good, dynamite. Usually good. Not always. There's been a few things over the years that probably should have been banned. The exception proves the rule, perhaps, yeah? So, yeah, now how are you all doing out there? Are you doing things that make you feel good? You know, you and your loved ones, enjoying your life, your hobbies, hope you're eating well, thinking well, trying to take in the right information. Yeah, just enjoying your life. So some of what we've been doing, some of my good news is my family situation has improved. Thank you for those asking. My beautiful mum, Beverly, in Brisbane. And yeah, so she's been getting, you know, good assistance. So yes, hello mum. And I've been plugging away at a couple of big projects myself of both the business and spiritual nature. Some of you would have heard of MBS Media, mbsmedia.com.au, so that's expanding, part of the Media Man network. Our Cafe News Media project is starting to pick up steam. Yesterday we actually visited, dropped by Baruza at Coogee Beach. Why did they look at changing the name or whatever happened there? I saw the beach from Baruza. Anyway, beautiful cafe there. We went up to Wiley's Baths on the north tip of Coogee Beach. We've got a few photos. Some of that can be found across our network on the photography channel. Greg Tingle Photography, also Eastern Suburbs Media Channel. There's those seagulls are into it, aren't they? You've got to watch the burger here. They're wanting a bit more. So what we'll do, I don't actually eat ham or bacon or pig because I've been around too many farms in my life. So we stopped that. Not quite vegetarian, but getting there. Now watch this. Feeding frenzy. Woo-hoo! Yeah. Now, we're going to get more of the basic staple. Bit of bread, just to make sure none of them go hungry. We've got about 20 head or flock of seagulls here. You actually say 20 head of cattle, but it's more like a flock of birds, a flock of seagulls. So yeah, they're getting a bit. So not quite bacon, but it's something. Look at this. But, we took the bacon off. A bit like David Letterman's show. With me, Terry Butler in the wild, and sometimes things happen in the studio that you weren't expecting, like somebody started eating or drinking. The most famous, arguably, most famous TV hosting spot and most popular ever in the history of the world, as far as I know, or certainly close. David Letterman interviewed the late, great, notorious comedian, entertainer, Andy Kaufman with Jerry the King Lawler. Jerry the King Lawler, who was a wrestling champion of the world way back then, and talking about, you know, like Andy Kaufman was challenging different wrestlers, mainly females. Jerry Lawler was defending the business of wrestling because he felt Andy Kaufman was disrespecting it, making a joke of it, etc. And yeah, but anyway, before you know it, there's drinks flying on the stage and everything. Another great TV show from over the years was Johnny Carson. Everyone used to say, oh, my Johnny Carson. And he had some great guests over the years. One time there was a monkey in the audience, and the monkey actually slapped and punched Johnny Carson, like, you know, like David Schultz from the wrestling, like boom, right? And so yeah, animals and TV don't always mix, but so far we're going all right today with the seagull crew. Not like the birds, where the birds all attacked the person. Like, they're very friendly, but we've known them a while now. So we had our regular crowd from you know, the Maroubra, the Coogee walk yesterday along the coastal walkway, but today we just got the seagulls. Maybe there'll be a crowd later, but I doubt it. Not here. Yeah, it's a very, very quiet spot. Not all that many people know about here. And yes, so yeah, mixing together a bit of nature and coffee and communication systems, chirping along the bush telegraph on the coastal path. So didn't take long for the word to travel, did it? That the Media Man crew was coming back to town, and so one appeared, got some bacon, then another, then I got bacon and bread, and before you know it, 2, 3, now about 20. That's the way it works. The word spreads, right? So advanced communication systems. Speaking of advanced communication systems, we had 7 dolphins that went past last week. It was great to see them. We watched them go from the Lurline Bay area up to Wedding Point Island before you get to the north bit of Coogee Beach, pretty much, and then on to Tamarama, and around the corner you'd have Bondi. So watched the dolphins for about 20 minutes, and they were going well. So yeah, this is the world. This is the nature world before mankind, humankind, commercialised things. So what do you prefer? Do you prefer the nature world, or do you prefer the communication commercial world? Having said that, I mean, thank you everybody for tuning in on the broadcast. We've got our Google smartphone, Google Pixel, is it 3? I believe so, large. And you know, you'll be watching this through your internet connection, either on your smartphone or you know, with your YouTube and maybe your Instagram, and through maybe your computer monitor as well. So, you know, thank you everybody for that. But the communication systems, the technology is just like a platform to get the message out. So it's a matter of what you do with it, isn't it? Speaking of that, we've got another project which is becoming more and more established. That is Media for Good, part of the Media Man group, mediaforgood.net. So I've got some good community philanthropic type projects on that, but that actually gets funded from the commercial projects like advertising and so on. So, you know, if you're a company owner out there, whatever type of business it is, you know, you're most welcome to approach us here at the Media Man Group, including Media Man Australia, Media Man International. You can write in and ask about advertising. Might be text links or publicity campaign, exposure on the internet, maybe some banners, maybe some, you know, write-ups, more than just a review, more than just a link or so. It could be a bit more advanced. We could plug that into our network. We've got 18 websites right now and building. See, seagulls, affirmation. They agree. Thank you. Some of them are on the social media channels as well, across the network. But yeah, primarily we've got a lot of pop culture, cafe culture, sports, particularly combat sports, nature, environment, community. We've got interviews, articles. Obviously we've got multimedia. We've got a whole lot of stuff. So look, it's been quite an extensive update today, everybody. I felt like having a bit of a chat to you all. It's been a while since we did a big update. So thank you for tuning in. Have a look at all that. So MediaManInt.com, MediaMan.com.au. I'm Greg Tingle, GregTingle.com. Eastern Suburbs Media, that's EasternSuburbsMedia.com. Cafe News Media, CafeNewsMedia.com. Australian Sports Entertainment, AustralianSportsEntertainment.com. Media Man Group, MediaManGroup.org. So many. Have a look at it all. We're covering many things in the world on various levels. Commercial, news, campaigns, creative, internet strategy, whole lot of stuff. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been Greg Tingle for the Media Man Group. Signing off. We'll see you next time.